Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at Strength Super Saiyan 2 Bardock, and we're going to see just how good he is at 55% in the hidden potential system after his recent Extreme Z awakening. So Bardock is an all types lead. This isn't really anything too major, and he raises his attack for 6 turns, as well as also having the ability to stun the opposition. So he's got a pretty useful bit of utility, and his raising attack is not such a big deal. It can build up to be quite sizable, but he has Ki +2 and attack and defense of 180%, plus an additional defense of 50% with each super attack performed up to 150%. He launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack, and he also will launch another additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack if there is a Super Saiyan 2 or a Super Saiyan 3 ally on the rotation. So obviously he's kind of got that mechanisms to really fire off a lot of super attacks, and this will help him to build up his defense quite quickly. Because of the fact that he's able to fire off multiple super attacks. It will only take him 4 super attacks to fully build up his defense. But yeah, it is pretty solid stuff, I would say, from Bardock. In terms of his overall performance or his overall build, I would highly suggest that you build him into crit, because the thing is, Bardock should build up pretty fast, especially since the teams you run should have very solid Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 3 options. Goku's family, storied figures, all those sort of teams should have relatively solid Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 3 options, and so you shouldn't have like any major issues getting off all of his super attacks. With that being said, crit feels like the best way to go to maximize his damage. But you know, that's just my opinion. You don't really gain much from additionals on Bardock, and you could give him some evasion if you really want to, but I think overall he looks pretty decent as is. So we're going to take a look at him at 55%, and yeah, we're going to get a pretty decent idea obviously of how good he does and what he lacks at this kind of level. I think he's a good unit overall. His defense can build up to a very solid level in terms of his overall kind of meta in the game. Longevity wise, I think a big problem is that he doesn't have any evasion or damage reduction or anything like that, which will limit him in the long run. Defensively, if units are just raw defense, they tend to have an age cycle to them. Not that Bardock, I will state, not that Bardock's defense is bad in any way, shape or form, just that obviously he does have a little bit of life expectancy. In terms of his additional defense, it can build up to being very high, 684% after performing 4 super attacks, which is pretty big. I mean, you're going to see his defense here. He didn't fire a super attack, obviously, but looking in decent shape, 120k or so. He does have a little bit of support on the rotation. He's got a lot of attack support on the rotation. It's important to note that because he raises his attack for 6 turns, he can build up a sizable attack stat as well. But he starts off with a pretty good base with that too. So Bardock's in a good position. Firing off these attacks has really elevated his defense, and so Bardock's looking pretty solid, I would say. He has some really good options to kind of link up with him. You've got Super Saiyan 3 into Bardock. You've got the ability to run him alongside Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So there's a lot of Super Saiyan 2 and 3 options that should be able to elevate Bardock to his full capacity quite easily. Especially units like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, or Gohan who's obviously on the Super Saiyan 2 category, I should say, really do help out Bardock because they share a decent number of links with Prepared for Battle, Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior and Fierce Battle, but they also obviously he fulfills Bardock's full passive, which is really good. So yeah, Bardock sits in a very strong position. I like him a lot. His link skills are decent. Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, all quite strong, capable links that generally help him out quite a bit. Yeah, Bardock and Saiyan Pride and Family Ties, very Bardock related links. Team Bardock is always a bit strange to see on a Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2 Bardock, because obviously, yeah, his team doesn't exist at that point, but hey, it is what it is. And yeah, obviously as well, he also has Saiyan Pride, which is fairly easy to get with some Vegeta units, and he's got Family Ties, which is also quite common amongst Bardock units. So Bardock looking pretty good, I want to say. Very, very capable options for him, and I think overall he's looking good. He's looking quite strong. You can see how he's built up his attack here. You can kind of see how his defense was built up as well. So you can see that there's definitely yeah, a lot of like quick build up to him. I mean, this is only his third turn out, and we didn't even get attacks in the first one, and he's looking already very, very solid. Yeah, like a very, very good unit with incredibly strong capabilities. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with his overall performance. And I think, yeah, there's definitely value in a unit like Bardock. He's going to help out your Storied Figures team, your Goku's Family team. He's not limited that badly. Rares Warriors, Pure Saiyans, Time Travelers, Goku's Family, Super Saiyan 2, Revenge, Crossover, Powerful Comeback, Storied Figures, Power Beyond, Super Saiyan, etc. All really, really good links, or sorry, really good teams, and a decent number of categories. So yeah, obviously his link set is pretty decent, as I mentioned before. You're pretty well covered with Prepared for Battle, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Fierce Battle, and then you've kind of got 3 auxiliary links in the form of Team Bardock, Family Ties, and also, yeah, I think that's basically it when it comes down to it. So obviously highlighting kind of the important links, and Saiyan Pride of course, highlighting the important links when it comes down to obviously Bardock. I would say Prepared for Battle, being his major key link, is probably the most important. Super Saiyans can be fairly common, Fierce Battle fairly common. Team Bardock obviously you can get with units like Tora, Base Bardock, with any of the Team Bardock free-to-play members. You can also get Prepared for Battle from them. First Awakened is going to be something that's a lot more kind of tied, or sorry, Saiyan Pride is going to be something that's a lot more tied to Vegeta and those kind of units. And then of course you also have Golden Warrior, which is relatively speaking a Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2 link. And then you also obviously have finally Family Ties, which is more a Bardock centric link. This will be great for him linking with SS3 Bardock, SS2 or SS Bardock, Base Form Bardock, Transforming Bardock. With all these sub EZAs, there's a pretty good kind of sub batch of Bardocks within the team. 200% lead covered as well. So I think overall you have a pretty good coverage, and I think you have a fairly good kind of position to be in and look in and obviously hold everything in. So I think overall Bardock has pretty decent link coverage and a decent team from which to work on. Link leveling wise, you don't gain too much. Team Bardock gives you a lot, but you're not really going to link them up too much with units that have Team Bardock. And Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, a lot of these are attack based links. So if you're looking for something like defense, then yeah, it's going to obviously be not really related to his links overall. But yeah, that's basically it. To cut a long story short, there's not really too much else that you need to kind of focus in on. I think Bardock's a really, really good unit. He definitely improves with dupes, so having him at 100% is going to be a lot more impactful than having him at 55%. But there's a very good unit in there. He can handle some red zone for sure. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy using him. But let me know what you guys think. See you in the next one. Bye.